said when you bear the yoke of Torah, God takes care of your responsibilities.
Ken.
I guess I'm at that middle point where I don't check my bank account because more than likely it's going to be zero, somehow the card still works.
בסדר.
But I then still feel like there's got to be something more I should be doing to deserve. Like, I end up getting this guilt, like, well, okay, you're studying enough, maybe you should just still make that extra phone call, work a little bit more.
You have to work as much as your emunah is. Meaning that, yes, you have to have ishtadlut, you have to have effort, but you can't overdose on effort.
But it's guilt driving me to do it. It's not actual, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lower urge.
No,
like, oh no, I have these bills.
Well, I mean, the good news is that in David HaMelech taught us many, many things in Tehillim, in his Psalms, and he says that Hashem even pays reward and sustenance to a rasha, to a wicked person, just because he believed that Hashem should help him. Not because he deserves it. So if a rasha prays for Hashem to help him rob a bank, Hashem will help him. Why? Because you believe that I'll help you. Just that's enough of a reason for Hashem to help him. He's still going to get punished for robbing the bank, but Hashem will help him do it. So if Hashem is helping the rasha, it's kal v'chomer, it's needless to say that he's going to help somebody that's learning Torah. But at the same token, we have to do our ishtadlut. We already know from Adam HaRishon that part of the curse of being in this world is that you have to sweat in this world. But this is a curse. Working is a curse. You don't overdose on curses. You know, you don't do too much of the curse. You do enough, just enough, you're ishtadlut. How much do you work? Each person has to work based on their emunah, on their actual faith in Hashem, but also based on what you're doing with the rest of your time. So if, let's say, for example, you don't work, you don't have a job, you should be studying Torah all day. Like, all day. Not like 2 hours a day. Like, all day. Because you're not allowed to just sit there and do nothing. If Hashem gave you the leisure and the ability to sit there and live without actually working, if you're not making your world a Gan Eden of Torah, you'll have a GEHINNOM of it. You'll get punished for all that waste of time. And one of those punishments is that he's going to put you in a situation where you're going to have to deal with a lot of worldly problems. So if you have an opportunity to study Torah uninterrupted, you have to do it. On the other hand, if you're the average person in the world that has a job, has a career, and can't really study Torah all day, this is really who this applies to most of the time, then you obviously have to make time for Torah. You have to make some time in the morning, you have to make some time at night, you have to make every opportunity you possibly can to learn Torah. And in essence, what we're trying to learn in this Mishnah, and what Rabbi Nachunya is telling you, and also Rabbi Hanina from yesterday is telling you, is that it's very, very important for a person to manage their time properly. Because you're not allowed to waste time, because the time is not yours. You don't know how much time you have. Even though everybody thinks they're going to live till 1,000, the reality of it is that you don't know. So when you show up to Shamayim, you want to have something to show for it. And for the few people that think that because they gave a few dollars in tzedakah, that's going to help them in Shamayim, then you have to understand that that is helping you more here than anything else. So in the Gemara Masechet Shabbat 150b, it talks about how tzedakah tatzil mimavet, how tzedakah is going to save you from death, but also not only save you from death, but also from death itself, and also from Gehinnom. And it says in the Gemara, there's three things about the this tzedakah, but in the Tehillim, David HaMelech, Tehillim 121, it says, Shir למעלות אשא עיני אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי, עזרי מעם השם, עושה שמיים וארץ. So when it says, Ezri me'im Hashem, what's Ezri me'im Hashem? Where's David HaMelech is saying, where will my help come from? Ma'in yavo Ezri. Ezri me'im Hashem, my help will come from Hashem. What, in essence, what he's trying to tell us here is that a person has to understand that in reality, there's nothing but Hashem. There's nothing but Hashem. and his help is only going to come from Hashem. Only going to come from Hashem. So, if someone is going to take the role of being the person that gives tzedakah, they in essence need to understand that they have to do something that's going to be meaningful. So if, let's say, somebody makes an announcement and tells you, listen, there's a woman that doesn't have what to eat and doesn't really have a job or is not making enough money and she's about to give birth, and we need anyone that can contribute. And you say, oh, yeah, great, I want to contribute, I'm going to give $5. I'm going to give $5. If you actually think that $5 and it gets you to Gan Eden, you have a serious problem. Because unless that's really like your only $5, or like it's like a significant amount of money for you, which in today's world in America, nobody values $5. You can't even get coffee for $5. What's $5 going to do for a woman that doesn't have any money to eat? What's $5 going to do for her? But the problem today is that we are confused. We think that giving $1 to the homeless guy is going to get us to Gan Eden. We think that giving $5 to a woman that doesn't have money to eat is going to get us to Gan Eden. We think that giving $100 for some Hanukkah party, or even $5,000 for some Hanukkah party, is going to help us in any way, shape, or form. So first and foremost, a person that's going to be a worker, first thing first, David HaMelech is telling you, remember, you're going to work, where's the help really coming from? Hashem. Hashem. All your money is coming from Hashem. First thing first, remember it's coming from Hashem. But also, remember that if you want the hand to shadow yours, you have to use it appropriately. You have to actually pray to Hashem. You have to have a separate prayer to Hashem to actually fulfill a mitzvah of tzedakah. Because if you don't pray to Hashem to fulfill the mitzvah of tzedakah, who says you're going to get it? Maybe you're going to be the guy that gives the $5 thinking that it's really a big deal. You actually have to have merit to give tzedakah. Even if you give $5,000. If you don't have the merit in Shamayim, it's going to go to pay for the toilet paper for the Beit Knesset. It's going to go to pay for some fake rabbi that goes to casinos. It's going to go for the Hanukkah party that nobody made a mitzvah as a result of it. Instead, people actually ate without saying thank you to Hashem, without saying a bracha. If you don't have a merit in Shamayim, if you don't ask for Hashem to do you a chesed, do you a favor and give you the merit to actually give tzedakah, even your work is a waste of time. So first things first, if you have the opportunity to learn Torah, obviously that's amazing. But for most people, this doesn't apply to them. You're going to be in the business world, you're going to be in the regular world, fine. Remember, you're still obligated to learn Torah, and in order for your entire day to be meaningful, because you're not going to spend the entire day learning Torah, you're working. How do you make your entire day meaningful? How do you get a similar merit, not the same, but a similar merit, like the guy that studied Torah all day? How? You study 2 hours a day, he studied 10 hours a day. How do you get there? Use the money that you made during that job to support Torah. Because if you use the money that you made to support Torah, not $5, but you use money to actually really support Torah, you exert yourself to support Torah, then your job becomes a mitzvah. It counts as if your entire day now was like learning Torah. Because now you took the money, you obviously paid the necessary bills you have, your rent, your mortgage, your whatever, your bills, whatever bills you are, your electric, your food, paid for your kids' education and so on. But then you took some money and you went and you recruited some of Hashem's children to come back to Him. You helped an avrech that doesn't have more than $400 a month to eat. You helped him have some more comfort. You made sure that he has money to eat. And this also reminds me of something that a lot of people have a misunderstanding about. There's a famous Issachar and Zevulun agreement in a Torah of how Issachar and Zevulun had an agreement, a famous agreement, where one learned Torah, the other one worked, and the one that worked also learned Torah, but not to the same extent. But he made sure that he actually supported the one that learned Torah. And today, a lot of people think they have the same arrangement. They think they have the same arrangement because they support an avrech. Now, in order for you to have a Issachar and Zvulun agreement, there's two opinions of how it can be. One, in order for it to truly be a Issachar and Zvulun, in order for you to truly have half the merits that he has. So for example, every minute of Torah that he learns, it's mitzvot. You want to have those mitzvot also. So let's say, for example, he makes 500,000 mitzvot a day, you get 500,000 also. In order for it to be 50-50, there's two opinions. One opinion is, you have to pay for all of his bills. Not $500 a month. All of his bills. Whatever his bills are, you have to pay for all of them. If it's 10,000 a month, it's 10,000 a month. If it's 5,000 a month, it's 5,000 a month. Like a lot of people think if I pay $300 to this avrech, it's Issachar and Zvulun. It's not Issachar and Zvulun. Oh, I pay him $700. He only makes $400 a month from the kollel. I pay him $700. But yeah, but he needs 5,000. Your 700 is helping him, but you're not getting half of his mitzvot, and everybody else that's helping him is not getting anything. So, right, so you have to be the one that frees him from the responsibility of money. So that's the first opinion. First opinion is, you have to pay for all of his bills. Second opinion is you actually have to give him half of all your money. Meaning, you make 10,000 a month, 5,000 to him, 5,000 to you. You make 100,000 a month, 50,000 to him, 50,000 to you. Billion to you, billion to him. That's second opinion. Most hold by the first opinion. Let's work on that first.
And then you can only do one of left, because let's say someone makes 100 grand a month, he supports 10 of Rechim, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're giving each one 1,000 a month. That's pretty good in Israel. Now, no one gets 1,000 a month. But then, if you have to give him half what you have, you can only support one guy.
If he's a serious Talmid Chacham, you don't need more than one guy.
But if you support 10, something.
Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what the sages say. What I'm saying to you is that the people that think that they are getting Issachar and Zvulun by giving the guy $1,000 a month, it's really only an Issachar and Zvulun if $1,000 a month is all of his bills. And I don't know anybody that on Hashem's green earth is living off $1,000 a month with 5 kids. Not in Israel, not in America, I don't think really in anywhere in the world, except, third world countries. So yes, you're getting mitzvot. It's 100% mitzvot for supporting an avrech for $500 a month or $100 a month or 5,000. It's all mitzvot, but it's not Issachar and Zvulun. We have to put ourselves where we belong. Put ourselves where we belong. Let's not think that we're going to Gan Eden, but in reality, there's a safek if we're even going to enter it. We don't. That's also the thing. If you don't have the merit of having tzedakah, someone can go up to Shammai and tell him, "Oh, listen, I gave a lot of tzedakah." Well, no, you didn't give any tzedakah. What tzedakah did you give? No, I gave 5,000 to the Bet Knesset Hanukkah party. That's not tzedakah. I gave a card to the rabbi every year. That's a grif. That's not tzedakah. Maybe chesed, but it's not tzedakah. I gave $30,000 to the Reform Shul. That's actually a sin. I gave I gave $5 to the woman that was pregnant. It was, okay, yeah, it's like, okay, so you have $5. So here, we're going to give you back the $5. Go to the vending machine, you can buy whatever you want before you enter GEHINNOM. That's what you're going to have if you have this $5. You understand what's happening here? Go to the vending machine, buy a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi before you go to GEHINNOM so you have something to drink. That's what you're going to get. You have to have merit to give tzedakah, my friends. You have to have merit. And that's the people don't understand this. People think that if they give $100 to any guy with a beard, it's chazaku baruch. No, my friends. You have to have merit. You have to, really you have to give the tzedakah that supports Torah. It has to support Torah. If it's not supporting Torah, it's safek if it's even a mitzvah, unless it's, poor people and, people don't have money to eat and so on. But if you're giving it to some Hanukkah party or Purim party or any party, it's not tzedakah. It's a gift. It's not tzedakah.